Hello, people who are not me, and welcome back to Mega Man 8. I am Sire Goku. In the last video, we defeated Swordman, and I am amazed at how much faster this game is than I remember it being. Maybe I'm still used to it being on the Anniversary Collection. I don't know. But yeah, we breezed through Swordman's level. And continuing in weakness order, we're going to be going to Searchman.
I'm Searchman, okay?
So Searchman is the jungle stage. If you were playing the Sega Saturn version, much like how the mid stage would have you fight Cutman, there would have been a mid-boss in this stage as well, and it would have been Woodman. Yes, you would refight Woodman here. Unfortunately, again, that is only in the Sega Saturn version. I don't know why the PlayStation version got it removed. I guess Sony... I know Sony had some weird thing with Mega Man 8 and Capcom in general, where like they had different standards for what they wanted. Oh, anyway, here's the Flame Sword. It's basically like Zero's sword. You just kind of swing it forward, and it burns things. It's pretty strong, too. It's not the strongest. I don't think it's that... Well, actually, it may actually be the strongest weapon in the game. I don't know. But for this particular stage, you're going to be dealing with a lot of sections that where you can swing across things using the Thunderclaw, and just be careful when you do that because it can be rather treacherous trying to get through using the Thunderclaw. And again, if you go the lower route here, you can use either the Mega Ball or the Tornado Hold to push yourself to bring yourself back up. You can use the Flame Sword to burn through certain objects. I don't think you can burn through those spinning blades, though. You just have to kind of dodge them. Or you can swing across Simon Belmont style like that. Yeah, so if you swing across, it's like you can just be really fancy. There's multiple ways you can go about this stage, but there are other sections in the lower half that you can use to find certain items and all that. And lots of good stuff. Such as right here. I'm having the worst luck right now, but... Yeah, you can just use the Flame Sword to burn through these. And it gets you another bolt. Problem is, these birds just keep coming. And don't feel like being nice and giving me giving me life energy. So I have to be careful here. Again, if you've played Mega Man in Base, you'll probably recognize a few of these things. A lot of Searchman's stage is reused to make Burnerman's stage in Mega Man in Base. And the less I say about Burnerman's stage, the better. Screw that level. If I ever do play Mega Man in Base for my channel, I'm going to be crying most of the way through, because that... Of all the classic Mega Man games, fuck that game, because it is way, way too hard. Even for a Mega Man game, it's way too hard. But I digress, and I'm also stealing catchphrases from other Let's Players. We have our second section here, where we need to start shooting through doors to get to enter new areas. Be prepared for that. This is also where having the Buster Shot be on triangle can be helpful because of that section right there. I didn't get a chance to say it, but because I was just trying to be careful. That spot right there is very, very dangerous. I made it look easy, but you have very little time to swing across that and open that gate at the same time. You can shoot it first and then just use the Thunderclaw and hope you make it in time, or while you're swinging across with the Thunderclaw, mash the crap out of the triangle button and hope that you shoot down the door before you get there. That's really the only hard section of this level. Then you gotta dodge like these gorillas shooting stuff at you, as well as the birds flying at you. So just look behind you and make sure the birds aren't gonna come and shoot you or knock you into the pits. And that bolt right there is one of the hardest bolts to get in the game. You have to very quickly let go and you have to very quickly grab onto the first bar and then let go of the fire button and shoot again to try and grab that platform, to grab that second ledge. It's really hard. This is why I am not trying to get every bolt in the game, because certain bolts are way too... They're not... I won't say they're impossible to get, because they're not, but there's a lot of bolts in this game where you only have one shot, and then you gotta play through the whole stage again to get them, and it's not worth it, in my opinion. It's not worth it. At this point, I've already bought all the weapons that I need from the shop, so I'm good for the rest of the game. Let's see, this section here can be a little bit treacherous with all the birds. But there we go. And I really, really risked that jump there because I didn't even see the... I'm just glad I played through this game enough to know that that platform was up there to grab onto. I didn't think I was going to make that jump.
Begin mission. Yes, sir.
Okay, and now we got Searchman. Wow, this is a short stage. Now, Searchman is going to jump up. When Searchman jumps into the air and comes down with these bushes, you can burn the bushes down to find where he is. And then he's going to fire. And then he's going to shoot a bunch of missiles at you. When he gets close to death, he's going to use his super attack. And right now I need some healing, so I'm going to be healing up a bit. There he is. And here's his big attack. Deadly Storm. If you just stand behind him and just keep slashing at him, there, he's super, super easy. God, I don't remember these stages being so short. 9 minutes. Good lord, these levels are short. I remember these being a lot longer. I'm not even complaining, I'm just shocked. I remember these levels being a lot longer. God, am I gonna have no, I'm not gonna have a 10-minute part. Screw that.
Welcome back.
Hello, Roll. What can I get? Do I need Super Recover? Nah, I don't. So normally I was trying to keep this as one Robot Master per video because that was working out pretty well for me. But because that level was so ridiculously short, I'm probably just going to make a slightly longer episode and just go straight into Astro Man. So I'm going to do that. I didn't expect Searchman's level to go so quickly. So let's go to Astro Man, why not? I'm not going to waste 5 more minutes to make this just be 15 minutes long.
Ready.
So this is Astro Man stage, and it's really trippy. Every time the sun in the background turns and goes from being flat to spiky, it's going to make these platforms appear. I know that sounds weird from clear to spiky, but I mean, look at the sun. It's got points, now it's a sphere, and there's no platforms. When there's spikes on it, then there's platforms. That's the best way I can describe it. So use that to time your jumps over here. Or just Mega Ball jump, or just Mega Jump up here. If you're good enough at it. I do stress that there is a very small window of opportunity. There's a very small window when it does actually attack you, or whenever these platforms do appear, so don't dawdle because they don't last very long. You want to be quick. The Ice Wave works surprisingly well for this level, actually. So just... It's actually a lot easier than it looks, but really just don't take too long. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Now this section, this is one of the reasons why I was kind of debating on if I wanted to keep going with this part or not. This entire section here is a maze, and it's kind of frustrating. Well, it's not really frustrating, it's actually a relatively simple maze. There's only so many areas you can go in, and you can really, really cheese this area if you use Mega Ball. It's like, all you really need to do is hit that green switch, and then you can get to that specific platform up there. That's the platform you want to go to. Unless you're trying to get the bolts, too, in which case, there you go. If you hit that switch twice, it makes that move up, and then you can use the Mega Ball to bounce up higher. Again, it's not that bad. It's a pretty simple puzzle, actually. Now, if you're trying to get all the bolts, just try to remember exactly where you went, and you should be fine. Now, if you hit that switch there... No, you need to hit that green switch in order to get through here, so... Yeah, maybe... I'm sitting here saying it's... I'm sitting here saying how simple it is, and I'm... losing track of where I'm going here. Mainly because I'm trying to get the bolt that's over that way. Okay, so the bolt's over on the left side there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut ahead to when I get to that bolt. That's the exit right up there. So if you want to just leave, go ahead and leave that way. There's the bolt. But I need to hit the red switch first. So I'll be right back when I get that bolt. So, hold on. Okay, well here's the switch that you need to hit, so I found it. And then when you hit that switch, you can just jump back down this way. And there you go, there's your bolt. Alright, so there we go. And it's right where we need to be, so yay. I didn't waste too much time. Now, this part can be annoying. You have this crumbling tower, which... Trust me when I say it's a lot harder than it looks. You have to be quick. Or that'll happen. See? You have to be fast. Thankfully, though, this is the checkpoint. But this is by far the hardest part of Astro Man's level. You just have to be quick. Most of the problems with this section comes from you having to wait on certain platforms to show up. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm safe again. I was worried there for a second. If you're fast enough, you can get up here, slide here, get this bolt, run up. There we go. And we're done. See? It's not that bad. Sorry for the silence, but I got a little nervous. It happens to the best of us.
Ready.
Once again, we have these disappearing platforms that basically act as this game's magnetic block segment. And, like I said, don't dawdle. You really have just enough time to make these jumps. See, if I was just a second later there, I would have died there. So yeah, these jumps are pretty strict. They're not impossible, they're just strict. So, just be careful and time your jumps well. Yep, I wasn't gonna make that at all. There we go. Alright, and we got a bolt down this way. There. So that's the hardest section right there. Aside from the... That's the hardest section of the level right there. Aside from the maze, yeah, you'll be fine. And we got us... And we have another maze area. Nuts! And it's a little bit longer than the maze in the first section there. So yeah, this level's gonna be kinda long. Assuming you're gonna try and go for the bolts. But if you are going for the bolt and you're good at Mega Ball jumping, you can skip a good chunk of this area using the Mega Ball jump and Tornado Hold. If you just come up this way... Because if you just come up this way, I should be able to just go back down. Ooh, extra life. Yeah, now that I hit that switch, I should be able to just go all the way back down and get that... And I can get that bolt now. Theoretically. Let's see. Yeah, because then that switches up. Let's see here. Which... Oh no, I need to hit the green switch. No, I shouldn't have to hit the green switch. I just have to get over to where that green pillar is down there. But I do need to hit that switch in order to... Oh, I think I know what I have to do. Alright, well, if I have to jump ahead to where the bolt is, I'll do that. But really, this shouldn't be too hard now that I'm at this section here. So, go over here. Do not hit that red switch, and I should... Aha, I gotcha! Alright, and there's the bolt. So now I'm just gonna meet you back where the exit is. Which is this part right here, so I need to go hit that red switch up there again. Okay, I made it. That took a little longer than it should have, but I did it. So we're at Astro Man. And so equip the homing sniper. This might be a little bit of a long part. But that's okay, some stages are longer than others. And this is Astro Man. I'm going to show off his attack. He has this, where he sends his little orbs floating around. Yeah, cause see, once you hit him with the homing torpedo, with the homing sniper, it stun locks him. So you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff if you. If he's teleporting around, then he'll eventually use Astro Crush. You know what? I'm dying, so I'm just gonna finish him off. He does have Astro Crush. I wanted to show it off, but I also don't want to die. So there you go. That's how you fight him normally. You just keep jumping, shoot him, jump, shoot, jump and shoot. Stun locks him. He goes down, no problem. If he starts teleporting around the room really fast and you don't hit him fast enough, he'll then use Astro Crush, where he'll disappear and a whole bunch of meteors will fly down. So there's that. And that's the last Robot Master before Dr. Wily. Yeah, this is going to be a long part. But now that we've beaten all 8 Robot Masters, now, boom, Wily's castle opens up. So, in the next video, we'll take the fight to Dr. Wily. See you guys then.